Here we are. Let's try again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I need to change the camera. It needs to pick a different camera here so we can have the right one. Have the correct one going. There we go. Look there. We made it. And the bell just rang. Ding, ding, ding. I was on the phone with Mr. P. And I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go. People waiting on me. I didn't know it was so close. The time got away from me. So we're here. Good morning, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well. I see. Oh, I love how you all are just right here. I love it. I love it. Okay. I needed to change this out because I had a different slides there. Saida, you get another day. Look at this. And the weather don't even look like it's bad right now. Saida is on the call, you all, those of you who know Saida. We both live in Jacksonville. And there we go. Let's lighten that up a little bit. And they told us no school today because of the weather or impending weather. We'll see what happens with that. But at this point, they say there's no school because of impending weather. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's switch our screen over, see what the open looks like. And let's share my screen. I get my both screens back. Yes, I need two screens. When I'm at school, I had to figure out how to get me another screen because I need these two screens. I need two screens. Okay, so we're looking here. This is TradingView, by the way. TradingView, you can change it into multiple screens here, multiple layouts, but I only usually use one. I use two when I'm comparing ES to SPX. That's when I use two of them. So let's go to SPX and see how our open went this morning. This is the open. This is a 15-minute candle, which we kind of don't need the 15, but we'll leave it right there. Yeah, I'm sure nobody's complaining about the extra day. Well, nobody's complaining except for us college teachers I guess regular school teachers too, who have to make up the time. We just started our semester yesterday. So when that happens, it means all the, starting off stuff you usually do, now we got to work it. Basically, you just got to work it. Good morning. Good morning. I see everybody. Sizzling. I love that name. We got Kat is here this morning. Saida, good morning. Miss Deborah, Royal Diadem. Hey, Sizzling. Richard's here. Good morning. Marcia, good morning. Deanja or Deanja. Oh, that's interesting. I like that one. Maybe tell me the pronunciation. Good morning, Patrick. Yeah, woohoo, an extra day. And then you're like, I want to go do stuff. And then you're like, I don't want to be out there caught up in the weather. So you better stay at the crib and see what's going on. This is the open we have so far. We've opened here at the open was at 47.38, look like. Yeah, 47.38 and some change. A bit of a downward open. This is the 200 period moving average, which now it seems to be a little bit below that. But this is the 20. And when they crossovers, we're going to talk about moving averages some more in our chart your way to 100K. Deanya. Okay, I love it. Deanya. I went to college with a girl named Danya, and she pronounced Donjia, so she was Danya, but you're Deanya. I love it. Deanya. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's go look. Getting caught up in people's names. The VIX right now is at 1335. It is down 0.78. Let me make sure this is accurate because that feels like yesterday. That says at the close of January 5th. We need recent information. 13.43 is where the VIX is. It's still about the same spot, but it's up 0.35 from yesterday. Up 0.35 from yesterday. According to Yahoo Finance, Wall Street stock market upgrades are now downgrades. U.S. futures retreat as tech stocks lose steam. Boeing probe narrows as airlines find loose bolts. Oh, my goodness. That's a no bueno. We got to go back and look back at Boeing. I don't know if anybody jumped on that trade yesterday to see how Boeing played out yesterday. Let's see. Let's see what Bowen did yesterday. The daily. Wow. Well, this was yesterday. Gap down yesterday. Here, this is the gap down that happened yesterday, and then it gap down a little further today. So, yeah. This is where Boeing is. Boeing is currently at 224 and some change. I'm definitely not getting ready to offer any investment advice, which I never offer investment advice anyway. This is all me talking, you listening, us hanging out together and looking at stuff. That's what we do. We just hang out together and look at stuff. All right, that's what we're doing. All righty. So, if assess what's going on with Boeing. If you decide something's of interest to you there, then Chinese billionaires, the second biggest foreign owner of U.S. land. It's interesting because I was in China for 3 years. Those of you who follow me for a while, know that I lived in China for 3 years. I was a teacher there. I taught math in international middle school. And well, the international school went more than middle school, but I taught middle school. There we go. And being there, though, foreigners are not allowed to buy their real estate unless you're married to, partnered up with somebody who's a Chinese national. And then they need to be the primary owner of it, and you can own a part. But Americans just can't go off in there with their money and buy nothing. Not so much here. Not so much so here. We'll sell it to whoever has the monies. Boeing shares tumble 9% after the panel blows out mid-flight. Oh no. FAA grounds dozens of 737 Maxes. This is a no bueno. S&P opens little change following last week's decline. Boeing weighs on the Dow. Moderna COVID vaccine sales plunge by 2/3, but meat companies 6 billion forecast. I think there's a headset in Apple that's supposed to come out here in a minute that maybe Apple's going to use that to try to bolster up themselves a little bit. I do want to say that everybody should continue to be as mindful as you can be about your health, because I knew I wasn't at the right one. I'm almost scared to change it. I need to switch over to the different Wi-Fi and let's see if it'll keep running. When I move from room to room, I change Wi-Fis. And the Wi-Fi that is dedicated to my office is in here, but I have to like manually switch it back and forth. And I don't know if it's going to switch without. I said, I probably should just left it. If there was an interruption, just know I was switching over the internet so we can try to get as good a feed as possible. Last week we were on here, and y'all knew I was struggling with the internet not acting right. So I won't tell y'all who suggested it, but somebody who is in my ear regularly suggested that I get dedicated Wi-Fi for my office and my business. So we did. Got it all registered and signed up. No, I didn't want that. And they came out last week and did it. So hopefully the internet is better. And if you all are listening or watching in the internet, you're like, this ain't no better than it was last week. Y'all need to let me know, because for what I'm gonna pay for this internet, it needs to do right. All right. So if it's not doing right, y'all please let us sister know so we can good morning, Miss Barbara, so we can get it straight. Okay, so Tuesday is today. The NFIB Small Business Index, Trade Balance, RCM Tip, all these are yellow folders. FOMC member Barr is going to speak. All of these are yellow folders. These are all yellow folders. Today, I won't say we don't have any volatility because y'all saw how yesterday ran. It ran and ran a bit yesterday. And then Wednesday, tomorrow, we're going to have also yellow folders, one orange on the bond options. But Thursday and Friday is when we should expect some interesting pieces to come Thursday and Friday. Okay, I did want us to talk about what yesterday looked like. Let's go back to SPX. and talk about what yesterday looked like. This is the daily chart. Ooh, you see this green right here? This big green monster right here is what happened yesterday. Y'all see, I don't mind giving credit where credit is due. I don't know if he's even here to take a bow. I ain't gonna call his name because people get sensitive. But this is a green candle from yesterday. That's what we ended up with. Are we at 45? Not quite. Okay, let's go look at some different things. Let's go see if we can check our we've got earnings that are going on this morning. We had Tilray, I think this is Acuity Brands, Titty Syntex, Albertsons, MSC, and Neogen, right? After close today, we've got AZZ, WD-40, Price Smart, which is like a Costco kind of place. Saratoga looks like SGH, and Cal Amp. E2 Open is there. I think this is ASHR or ABHR. And then tomorrow, nobody in the morning, but then we got KB Homes and Richardson Electronics tomorrow after the market closes. Let's look at Adam's numbers for the day. Adam Mancini, thank you, fella, he's on Twitter. I'd like to see some of these people. You want to see them in person. Like, what do they look like? You all know when you're talking to me, you know exactly what I look like. We see people on like Twitter and on some of these faceless places. And I'm like, I want to see what these people look like. I have a picture in my mind and I want to see if my picture in my mind matches. But Adam Mancini is on Twitter. He trades the ES futures. We trade SPX. So we look at the gap between those two and put them, translate the numbers to what are useful for us. It says here on Friday, SPX put in a classic technical back test on the December 13th FOMC. Why does this feel like this is? It feels like, okay. Yeah, breakout at 47.65 triggering longs. We got 47.55 resistance. Now we are first retracement leg. Plan for today, 47.31 to 37 is support. The bulls need a fast reaction here within 30 minutes to retest 47.55. If 47.37 fails, then we'll dip more to 47.20. We're currently at 47.37. So the 47.55 has not been recaptured yet. Doesn't mean it won't happen in the next, we got 15, 18 minutes. Maybe it'll happen in that window of time, but this is what's going on. This is what Adam told us today. If you're trading XSP, you got 476 is your top number on the call side, and 472 is your bottom number on the put side. XSP is the mini of SPX, and we use it for credit spreads on a daily basis. We have people in our community who trade SPX 0 DTE and XSP 0 DTE, right? So we'd like to know, where is price not going to go today, right? Yesterday, we thought, we started off yesterday in the morning. If you were on here with me yesterday morning, what did we do? We did a 46.95, 4,700 put credit spread, because we saw yesterday that we were having a breakout going upwards, right? We had a breakout going upwards. Let me see where we were yesterday. I want to make sure that we're all looking at the same stuff. This was our yesterday chart. We checked our breakout. Yesterday was the 7th. No, yesterday was the 8th, right? Today's the 9th. Ooh, sorry, y'all. I'm moving this around, messing your eyes up. Forgive me. But this was yesterday. This was our 15. I still have the red lines on it. I'll move those for today. But we went up from here once we broke out. A couple of candles later, I think we looked to enter. We entered on this fourth candle here, and we did a put credit spread going upwards. We did 46.95, 4,700, or 469, 470, because we did it SPX and on XSP. And then we did the PDT hack that went on from there. PDT hack allows you to trade day trades without using day trades. Okay, PDT hack is on. You can check over on my website. Let me see if I see it written here. I can put it up on a thingy majigger. I don't know why I keep, I don't see it. But I do see this. A way for you to grab you something free. A way for you to grab a freebie. Good morning, Karen. The PDT hack allows you to day trade without using your day trades. Get it at Educator2Trader.mvsite.app. I think it's $17. So we went up yesterday, upwards, and then we got our PDT hack turned on. We made some money in our community yesterday. Yes, we did. In our Telegram group. Oh, I need to show y'all the chart. In our Telegram group, we have a time at the end. Well, usually whenever in the day, you don't have to wait till the end, where you can put your trade, how that went, how much money you made, and at the end of the day, we all go, yay, yay, yay. So we put in whether things went well. Sometimes things don't go so well, and we talk about that too, because it all goes together, right? We're a supportive community to where when we win together, and when we don't win or we learn together, we go. When we learn together, we are there for each other as well, because we do know that trading sometimes includes some losses. Sometimes trading includes losses. It's never any fun. It's never any fun. But sometimes I really thought I turned you off. Didn't mean to turn you on. Let's go back to the chart. There we go. I didn't mean to turn you on. Who's that? Who sings that? Somebody who's in my community, my music people will definitely know. Okay, this was the 15-minute chart we're on, right? So this is, looks like we may have a breakout going the other way today, but we give it some time to confirm. Give it some time to confirm that this is really what's going on. Okay, we don't want to be jumping out too fast, and then you realize I jumped on this and I probably should have waited. Okay, this is what's going on with SPX right now. Let's go look at our which this was up already. Looked at some of these trades from yesterday. Who got into some credit spreads yesterday? If you got in some credit spreads yesterday, put us in the comments. That was Sherelle? Wow. I didn't know if that was Sherelle. Well, all right. Yes, Sherelle. There we go. Yeah, Rosalind, I knew you would know. Rosalind, Saida, thank y'all. Janae, thank y'all for helping. Janae said, that's my song. That's my song. Okay. Looking at, let me turn off stuff because you can't see if that thing is right there in front of it. Let me hide you. I've been getting up early this week. We're having prayer, early morning prayer at church for the first part of the year, 21 days of fasting and prayer and that kind of thing. And so we're doing it at 6 a.m, and it's been it's been good, but that's the kind of inconvenience and sacrifice that one makes when you looking for something. And I am looking for something. Got some stuff I want, and I want to let the Lord know that I'm serious about it. So I'm going. Saida said she did a PCS on SPX yesterday. Yeah, we did that yesterday. I also did yesterday. I gotta find my paper. I also did ENPH yesterday. Did we look at Meta? Let's go back and look at Meta. This needs to be, why do I keep leaving this here? We need to look at Meta, and Amazon showed up on this list. I thought I updated this list. Let's fix this. Let's fix this and see what we saw yesterday. Where are we? There we are. Let's bring this up. Coming to the stage. Yes. This. Oh, maybe that's coming to the stage. Let's move it to the stage, to the real stage, to the big stage. There we go. Update, add this one to the stage. Change out in case we changed it out. This is where we got EMPH, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, NVIDIA. And then over on the put credit spread side, we also have Amazon, Boeing. Boeing was on this is Boeing or Bank of America? This is Boeing. Yeah, because Bank of America has earnings this week. So this put credit spread on Boeing would definitely be breached, because who knew they were going to run into issues with their plucker planes. So this Boeing one is definitely shot. If anybody jumped on the other side, this trade will be good for a call credit spread now, because Boeing is in the 220s. It's in the 220s. Okay. And Meta, I heard Meta is doing some stuff. So let's go take a look at some things. Thank you, Janae. Rosin says she did a call credit spread on Amazon and Meta. I'm gonna go look at Meta. I don't know if we looked at them the other day. So I'll meet. Yeah. You got that. Kat says she did a call credit spread on Google Friday. It's now running up. Did a put credit spread as well to hedge. That's the way to do that. If you're on one side, price starts to move, you don't have to put any more money in the trade. You keep your eye on the trade that you do have, and then go ahead and grab some more money off the other side. Okay, because you don't have to put any more collateral up, but you do want to see how much money you can get out of that particular trade without adding anything else to it. Definitely a good idea. I did EMPH. Oh my goodness, I got it somewhere that I did. It was a pretty long, no, not too long of a list. I did TQQQ and Carvana. I did with PeakBot. That means the automated people, PeakBot. They did that for me. I did XLB, ENPH, Affirm, Amazon, and TZA. I want to look at Meta while we're here too. I'm going to look at Meta, and then we'll look at Meta and Mara, to see if there's some stuff we can get out of the deal. We can inch us out. Yeah, we're going to finish strong. We're going to start strong and finish strong. Okay, so this is what we got from Meta. Let's look at put some lines on it. Solid. I want it solid. Okay, honestly, this one here, really, this is on the same day, so we can't necessarily use it. We have to use a setup that's not one day. It has to have the pieces. So this probably is going to be resistance, but you don't know that for today, so you just can't really use that. We can use 359. This is not, that's Meta. I was like, this is not Amazon. Amazon is not in the 350s. We're looking at Meta. Meta's at 359.70 is the resistance up here. There's a gap that's below yesterday's candle, which would be here. Goes down to 351.95. This bottom of this gap would provide some support. Should provide some support. Let me put it that way. You might consider a PCS. Nope, I don't want you there. Okay, I want you, baby. Who is that? Now that we're on the music for today, I think I know who that one is. PCS below, at or below 351. Nobody gave me that one. I got you, baby. Okay, you can do a PCS at or below 351. And you probably should look at CCS. Would you stop? Oh, la, la. Sonny and Cher. There it is. Come on, baby. There we go. Maybe. CCS at 360 or above. What do we have on our little ticker thingy? We had Amazon for 148 on the call credit spread. No, Meta. Come on. 360 is where Meta is. 360, which is the same thing we just found. And we did 345 on the bottom side. But under here, I went with 351. But 345 would actually be a good place too if there's money down there. We have to look and see if there's money. If there's money down at 345, because otherwise it may be too far away. With Meta having a green day yesterday, 345 may be too far away for some premiums. All right, but we can look at it. Let's see what we see here. META. See what kind of money we're looking at for Meta for this week. So if we look at 360 or above, 360, current price of Meta is 355. So that's going to feel a little close. Let me see what our single looks like. See what the single probability out of the money look like. 67%. I probably would go up one more. If you're feeling a little daring, you could stay at 360. 362.5, but I like 360. You know, I think it could work. 362.5, just because of where the resistance is. It's a really good resistance at that place. So, oh, y'all can't see what I see. I need you to see what I see. Okay, let's move it so everybody can see. Y'all are looking at the chart. I want you to be able to see the option chain. There we go. If we're looking at 360, probability out of the money is 67%. So one more up will give you 76. If you haven't entered it yet, then look there. If you've entered already, 360, it's probably gonna be fine based on where the charting looks like. But let's see what kind of money is in the vertical at 360 and 362. 360 is this one. Looks like now this is a 2.5 spread. So 2.5 means you're putting up 250 of collateral, right? If you go to 362.5, that is populating with $53. $53 leveraging 250 is about what, 20% return? $50 out of 250. Is that 20%? I think it is. Yep, 20%. So if you want to go 362.5, you can go with that one. Or if you want to get a little closer, 360, 362 is paying $75. That's going to be like a more like a 25% return on the money. And let's go look on the other side though. We said what, 345? You got under that gap. You got under the gap at 351. Oh, I want to change this to single. Okay. 76% probability out of the money at the 350 strike. 350 strike is that. So let's switch over, see what kind of money. What kind of money is. If you can do the, iron condor, make sure that I would suggest that you put one side on one day, see what price does, and then put the other side on a different day. Unless you sure it's gonna hang in the middle, it's Tuesday. So you want to give your one side room, right, to see what the other side is going to do. Go with the trend first. Your first side should be with the trend. 47.5350 is paying $44. You put this $44 with the other $50 on the other side, you pulled in $100, right? On your 250 collateral. So you pull in about $100 in premiums, right? And you leverage the other part. You just want to make sure that you're comfortable with what's going on with the chart. Okay, I'm going to switch this over. We'll look at the chart here on Meta. It's on the daily. Meta may provide a resource for you. You see, it's kind of been, though, in between these two zones for several days. It's been between this 359.74. And if you look at the bottom down here, it's been between these zones for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 days. It has been in this window. Almost 3 trading weeks. Doesn't mean it can't bust out, but up here, the call credit spread money is going to look better right now, obviously, because price is closer to this call credit spread number. That's why if you want to go up to 362.5 and go one more step up, give yourself a little more cushion, then you can do that. Okay. If you got questions, please be sure to put them in the chat. Karen says she's got Amazon and EMPH call credit spreads. I need to be able to, let's see what Amazon doing this morning. What's Amazon doing this morning? I'm going back to SPX in a second. We're going to see if it's breaking out, going down, and we can see if there's some, maybe a trade. We're at 10 o'clock right now. So we got to watch for the 10 o'clock turnaround. Don't be jumping in there too fast. Don't jump in the river too fast. Looks like the gap that was created between the 3rd and the 4th is partially filled. It got filled. Then we got a gap up that happened between last Friday and then yesterday. This is Amazon we're looking at, right? It is. Amazon's still going up. So if you were in a Amazon, we talked about doing both sides. Let's see what's our resistance up here. You have been okay. We can show this as a support. 144 support, 144.58 is support. And if you want to look at resistance, there actually is a little gap here that can probably serve as some resistance as well. And then that you also see there's something's over here. So really 149 or 150 could possibly work for you. Let's go see what's on the, if you haven't done Amazon and you're looking to maybe think about it, if you were, pondering Amazon, looks like we were going upward, so we might want to start with the put credit spread. Looks like I have 144, 145, according to this. And at 140, actually 146 is at 78%. 146 may provide, or even if you want to be a little more daring, 147 has a 70% probability out of the money. 146.47. Let's see what kind of money looks like up here. 146, 147 is paying $23. Well, actually probably more than that. Once you click it, it gives you a few more dollars. $24, 146, 147. And if you wanted to do 145, 146, give yourself a little bit more buffer there. That one's paying $15, which is still 15% return. 15% return, take away your fees. So let's make it 14% return because you're probably going to spend $1 on fees. I have Thinkorswim, and I reached out to Thinkorswim and asked them, what could they do to reduce my fees? And they took it down from 65 cents per leg to 50 cents per leg. So if that's something if you trade with them and been trading with them a while and you trade a lot of spreads, that kind of thing, listen, It don't cost nothing to ask. So ask away. I think if you do Tasty Trade, some people here are Tasty Traders. If you're on Tasty Works or Tasty Trades, I think they have like a cap on how much they charge for spreads and stuff. So that maybe you may see some opportunities there. After you pass 150 on Amazon, you then jump into the 2.5s. Okay, so if you're working your iron condors and looking at the same collateral for both sides, if on one side it's a one spread and you do one trade, that's $100. If the other side, or the call credit spread side, is a 2.5, that's going to be $250 of collateral. So the broker is going to block away the most of these two. It's going to block off the 250. If you do another trade here, it won't block off another 100, but it's going to block off the maximum that's needed to carry the trade. Okay, I don't want anybody thinking, she told me it wasn't going to be no more collateral. Well, if one is a one spread and one is a 2.5, that's two different levels of collateral that are required. Okay, so if you get up past 150, then it jumps to 2.5s. Okay. I see a comment. Let me go make sure somebody got a question. I might have a question. Let's go back to SPX, see what's going on over there. You see that, Saida? That meta trade don't look bad. SPX, here we go. Let's go to the chart, the Chicka chart. My computer is definitely slowed up because what's his name is still running. I need to go and turn off this chart because anytime two charts are running, it's smoking. It's like we're trying to keep it hot. We're trying to keep the data, fresh data. And here you trying to run two of them at the same time. What you doing, lady? Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to stay with the chart, but I wanted to change it to 15 minutes. Did we break out? Don't break out. Not quite, huh? It's a 15-minute and we're on SPX. We haven't quite done the breakout. We got to wait for that. Patience pays. Okay, make sure that you're patiently waiting. The price action has broken out, but we haven't closed outside of it yet. And until we close outside, we just wait. We just wait and see. Okay, we don't want to jump out there too fast and then, you know, your trade, something happens and it goes the other way because you jumped on it too quick. Okay, that's our breakout zone right there. Okay. Next tomorrow. Let's go see what's happening with Mara. Nope, that is not going to do a thing. I'm typing before it's ready. Come on. I'm moving fast. You move fast. Lord. Machinery. Technology. There we go. It's just sitting still, waiting on me. That's what it's doing. It's waiting on me. Okay, we see a little bit of a trend. Sometimes it's good to pull back and to look at like an overall line here. If we're going to put a trend line, we'd have boom, boom. Let's throw one on here. Let's throw one on here. Okay, we start our trend line there. We could run it to run through here. This could be a trend. Now remember, trend line, you can draw trend lines to your fingers hurt. There's so many different trend lines you can draw, right? This is another trend line we could draw. Now this is on a 15-minute chart, right? So when I switch over to the daily chart, we're probably going to see something a little bit different. But you do see that Mara has been on an upward ride. That's really what we want to see from that, is Mara's been riding. I saw something today that said the ETF thing might be getting approved in the next day or so. Might be why it's been moving a bit. The Bitcoin numbers are sure enough moving. So this was my two lines I put on the 15-minute chart, and they do go right along with the daily chart. But if you start, Mara started way back here, moving way back in November. And then if we put we can go at this point and put a line out here. When you're doing a trend line, you just want it to cross. It needs to hit at least 2 points. Now we can do another one like this one right here. We got a trend line from here to here. Go right on through there. Another trend. You could do trend line, trend line, trend line. And then because you also don't want to forget, like, this goes down. This is a trend line too. Right? Which means we've basically formed, I guess this would be a flag. Ananda, you here? No, we're not ending the stream. What are you doing? Something going on up here. Don't you try to do me. There we go. Is it a flag? Jamie, you here? One of y'all who look at flag patterns and is called our chart pattern. We have candlestick patterns and chart patterns. And this chart pattern looks like a flag to me. Looks like a flag. Kind of I don't know if you call it a descending wedge. There's so many names. There's several names that can go with the same thing. But this looks like this would be like the pole, the flag pole here. And then you got the flag forming over here saying which way are we going. And since this is kind of going upwards, this is the flag part, probably going to go up some more. But now you already know the market do what the market do. It does what it does. Okay. Let's go back, see what SPX is doing. Oh, I was going to look at Mara to trade. I didn't look at the trade. I just looked at, and I'm not sure about the direction for Mara. So let's look at the, it's got a plus minus 4 up here. Got a plus minus 4, which means we're at 25. We take 4 away from that, we'll be at 21. Puts us right down here at 79% probability out of the money. I'd probably go with 21.5 or 22. Somewhere in here, 21.5. This is a 50-cent spread. Mara is a 50-cent spread. So you're leveraging $50 and collecting premiums. You don't expect to collect, no whole bunchy money when you're putting up collateral of $50 though. People are like, that's only $5. True. It is only $5. So the way to fix that, you can do multiple contracts or you can widen the spread. Then you take in more money at one time. Okay, so we decided 21.5 or 22 was good for us. 21.5 is paying $10. That's a 20% return. You're leveraging 50. They're going to pay you 10. You're going to pay $1 for fees to get in. And, if you let it run, you do that. If you close it, you can probably go pay another $1 to get out. Or you can go 21.5, 22. That's paying $13. That's going to cover fees on both sides. But to put you in 22 is $3 away. That puts you at the 22 point for your strike, which means you want price to stay above 22 in that case, right? The other side, the call credit spread side, might be maybe a little more risky from the standpoint of if it were to pop when markets closed. We've already been going up for a while. You kind of don't want it to pop when you can't do nothing about it. So it will probably be safer, not investment advice. It'll probably be safer to look at the put credit spread side on Mara if you're going to trade Mara or Riot or Clean Spark or any of these others that are Bitcoin related. Clean Spark. If you're going to trade something that's Bitcoin related, you probably should, probably stay on the put credit spread side or watch. Because listen, Watching is a strategy. We don't want to miss out, but this is called them. This is binary events from Mara and these crypto spaces. These are binary events. So sometimes watching is the way to go, and just jump in, kind of jump in the river after the fact. But you want to, if you want to go on with the put credit spread, then feel free. If I was going to trade Mara, I probably would go with the put credit spread side, because I believe it's going to continue to rise with what's going on with Bitcoin. And you don't want to be on the opposite side of that jump again. Or you can watch, or you can buy some shares. Of course, you'd always buy shares, and then watch how it goes when you do that. That way, if it jump up, boy, you got your share money in the jump up. All righty. Where are we? Let's go back and look at, that was CleanSpark. CleanSpark, the chart almost looks like the Mara chart, didn't it? Is SPX candle trying to turn green? Let me turn this back so I can do some movements. Looks like that SPX candle might be trying to turn green for the day. Ain't just trying to turn green. It has turned green. SPX has gone green, and it has broken out of our little 15-minute. It broke out of it going upward, which is why we talked about, y'all heard me say, we wait till 10:15 or so to confirm that it's going in the right direction, or direction you want, because you don't want to get thinking we're going to go down and it decides to go fill this gap, because there's a gap from where it closed yesterday and where it opened this morning, and it's now into the gap. I'm thinking a little bit. All right. Are y'all enjoying hanging out in the mornings with me on YouTube? Are y'all enjoying hanging out with us? This is our community usually does this our morning antics. We enjoy this time together. I hope those of you who are fresh to us are also enjoying our time together. I'm glad we had this time together. We do have, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure that you don't miss out on anything that we share. We're trying to put videos out steady to help us to all grow and learn for sure. All right. My membership, I do have a membership. Many of the people who are commenting here are within the membership. We do the live call in the morning. That's what we're doing right now, which we decided to grace the world with this. We have weekly topic trainings on Wednesday evenings, and we do a monthly strategy session first Saturday of every month. We do a Cash Flow 101 Together game on the second Saturday of every month. We're not doing it this month because we're doing Chart Your Way to 100K, but we usually have second Saturdays together where we play Cash Flow 101. We really have a good time with that. And then we have an exclusive Telegram group where we have trades and support, where we hang out together. We support, like I told y'all earlier, support one another, and we all, manage that together. That can be found at Educator2Trader.com. It's $97 is what it costs for a month of hanging out with us. But if all you want to do is get the morning call, let's say I don't need all that Wednesday, I don't need Saturday, I don't need the exclusive Telegram, I don't want all that. All I want to do is be able to hang out with you on the mornings. Then you can sign up for the membership on YouTube it's the booster level of the membership on YouTube, and I believe it's $34.99. That allows you access to the morning call every day, because I'm going to continue the morning call on YouTube, but at some point in the near future, it won't be open to the general world. It'll be it'll be open to the people who are in the membership. All right. So if that's an interest to you, go ahead and sign up with that. We talked about the Chart Your Way to 100K. Boot camp is still going on. We had 1 week. It's not too late for you to join in. We still got 3 more weeks of training. We getting deep into it. This week, I think we're going support resistance, trending, volume, and moving averages. Next week, we get into indicators. The final week, we're going to talk about specific strategies for specific charting for your strategy. There we go. So if you want to hook up with that, Chart Your Way to 100K. Hey, Ocho, Chart Your Way to 100K.com is where you can go to do that, okay, to sign up for that. And then you can get the replay from this past Saturday, and you can watch that video and be all up to date. Don't forget, we're going to go left this year. We're going left to the left. We're not putting our stuff in a box to the left. No, we're not. We're not doing that. But we're going to lean in on 1 to 2 strategies. We're streamlining this year, educating ourselves this year, focus on the fundamentals, and we're trading with a plan. Trading with a plan. Speaking of trading with a plan, let's jump back and see if we can get us a trade, a 0 DTE. See if we see some 0 DTE. Let's see. 47, 45, 55. Though remember earlier when we were talking that we were going on that Adam said the 47.55. Let me get to the right slide in here so I can make sure that I bring it up properly. Adam said, okay, come on, Cletus. There we go. This should get us to the right place. Maybe. There we go. I don't want that one. I want that one. That we needed to recapture the 47.55. And if we recaptured 47.55 is what we were going to retest. If we could capture that, we could go on up a little bit. Otherwise, we could, if 47.37 failed, which it did not, because we are now at 47.45. So we're now going up again. The bulls have grabbed hold to 47.37 and taken us back onto the upwards. And that's where we're going, right? 47.55 is a place where you want to be mindful. But let's go see if we can look at some. Why do I have 47.45? Did I put that here for some rezone? What was my rezone? Well, there is some resistance right there based on back a little bit. But let's look and see if we can see us something. It's 10:15, 10:30, 10:23 right now, looks like. So we want to look here and see what we got. What's going on? Was that SPX we were looking at? There we go. We are looking at SPX. Put credit spread like we did yesterday. Let's see now. Remember, you are the CEO of your own portfolio. Why is that showing yesterday? That's weird. You're the CEO of your own portfolio. So I'm just giving some guidance. I'm not saying take a trade. If you're not confident in the trade yourself, then take it in your sim. All righty. I want you to be comfortable with what's going on. I do have a resource that walks you through this entire process of how you decide on strikes, decide when strikes, the breakout, what time of day, what you should do in all the steps. Okay. And if you don't have that resource, then you need to avail yourselves of that resource so that you can make sure that you're fully prepared when you're trading with your munties. All righty. But let's look and see what's going on here. I don't know why this is tripping. Bullish wedge, maybe. Yeah, that's probably what that was. The bullish wedge. I see 76% probability out of money is at 47.30. 83%, 47.25. We're in the zone. Get in the zone. 90% probability, depending on what you're looking for. 47.15. Okay, I really don't know why the 8th is still showing up over here. That is so weird. That was yesterday. That was yesterday. Okay. What did I say? 47.20? I think I said. People have different ways that they pick their strikes, right? You different ways that you pick your strikes. So utilize how you pick. I'm looking here at the bottom of this low candle. This is 47.30. I see some support down here, 47.24. There's actually support here also at 47.30. So let's go see what we see here. I think I said 47.30 was the probability out of the money of 76. But sometimes we want a little more cushion. You want a little cushion with SPX because she can be a wild woman. 47.25 would probably be better. 47.20 or 25. I know y'all looking at SPX. If you've got a number you're looking at, you can put it in the chat. I like 47.20 or 25. Bitcoin related. Yeah, all those are Bitcoin related. 47.20.25 is paying $65. It's paying $65. That gives you a little bit of cushion. You're underneath a couple of support areas. That will be where we would with that 47.20.25. Put you under some cushion. Miss Barbara, you like those strikes? Anand, you like those strikes? Let's see, Miss Deborah. Some of us, some of the SPXers in here. I like the 47.20.25. I think Ms. Barbara might get a little closer because usually we shoot for a strike that's around the dollar so we can have room for your, that way you have room for your PDT hack. We still got movement. Still got movement there. Let me close this real quick. So he said, I'm waiting on SPX. Yeah, sometimes you just have to wait. Still waiting. Yeah, we just wait because sometimes it depends. If you feel confident. What I'm not liking here yet is that wick is up there. It's got some push pressure, but it's not bumping over that resistance just yet. Sorry, y'all. I need to jump back to I'll put us back on TradingView for a second. I didn't have my girl play us any music today. I have to remember to do that when I come in here. Make sure we can have a little music. TradingView is taking forever. Let me see. We should be able to see it here. While it's deciding. Remember, you can chart in multiple places. You got TradingView you can look at for charting. You've got your broker. Look, we even talked about charting on Robinhood in our Chart Your Way to 100K. We found the charts inside of Robinhood. For a long time, I've talked about Robinhood, you not being able to chart in Robinhood. But we found them. I didn't see where you could, was there drawings? You could put drawings on there. I didn't see that you could put lines on it, but I did see that you could at least see the chart. You could at least see the chart. Too many things are trying to open at once. That's what's going on. Too many things all at one time. I don't want us to be there, though. Try later. I got stuff I want to do. Move. Oh, that's Yahoo. Yahoo. on SPX on the daily interval. I want to be on the 15 minutes. Doing the most. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, you are. Yes, yes, and yes. I just want to see a chart. Can you somebody show me a chart? Just show me a chart. I want to be able to see the chart. I've tried to go from Thinkorswim to go from tried to go from my live to the I don't know, Sizzling. I think I do. I found it this morning. I can share my screen, but that's what I found from this morning. I need to go here. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing so I can pick a different screen. I think I got the right date. What date are you when you look today? There's his last post was 2 hours ago, it says. Yep, it says the same stuff. But listen, what we do, I change the numbers, Sizzling numbers to match up with ES, the SPX and EX. There's a gap between those two. So we have to edit first. Letting the computer decide that what it's gonna do. We're gonna wrap. Thinkorswim just decided it does not want to open. Okay, like it right now. It's not obvious currently. There's a 40-point gap between what Adam's numbers, what he has, and what SPX has. There's a 40-point gap between those two. So you have to take, I'm getting ready to do it right now, live and in living color. If my computer will ever decide it wants to do right, I'm going to show it to you. I think it's supposed to be sharing. It's trying to share. I take these numbers from Adam, and then we take and subtract 40 from all of these. So this becomes 46.65. And then I change this to SPX. I learned this from Jamie, by the way. He can get all the credit. 47.26, he can get all the credit. I brought the resources because I had snagged it and was using it, and he was like, "Oh, you could use it like this." Who knew? He just did it, and then I got jealous and asked him how he did it. 47.37 to 41. There we go. And because this is the post he just put out. This is the tweet he just put out. So it's the most recent as far as numbers on SPX. Nope, I need you to go away. Go away. There we go. Okay, he said 47.26 and 47.20 were major necks down. Of those 47s, should they be 46s? Oh, they should be 47s. The Bulls must reclaim 47.37.41 to trigger to 47.55, and I believe we're there. We should be around 47.50 right now. Right? Do you see what I did there? You see what I did there? I'm trying to go back to SPX so we can see if we want to make a move there, or you want to just watch it. Watching is a strategy. All righty, seeing what's going on is a strategy. Today's people, we don't have, the next person coming is 12 o'clock in a meeting. That's coming up at 12. So good to me. God, I can't believe. Come on, how you love me. It's coming. I see it almost there. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. There's so much that goes into the back end of Thinkorswim and your broker. Whoever your broker is, there's a lot going into the back end. And it's trying to populate. I really shouldn't have turned it off. It was already doing its thing. I should have just left it, but I was in my live account and I wanted to be able to push all the buttons. I did say that, and I can't see it now. Do you like those numbers? SPX, PCS 47, 25, 20. I'm trying to get back so I can see again. You like those numbers? Almost. We're almost there. Maybe. We're supposed to be almost there. I'm clicking the buttons, but my buttons are clicking slower. The machine is responding slower than my clicks. $10.30. $10.30 is a good time for sellers. If you're a buyer, generally around this time things start to slow down a little bit. 10:30, 11. All the hype dies down from the morning. 10:30, you can go in there and see what we were doing here. There we go. We might have some action. The chart is going to look different because the lines I put on it was over in my live account. Let's change this to 15 minutes. Looks like we're still outside of the barely. See how it's kind of hovering right there at that resistance area. There we go. The lines here is the where it's inside of that is on the 15-minute chart. I believe we're on 15 minutes. Yep. We're outside of the zone. Got some wick action down here. Right. So we've dropped back. We were at 47.45 when I started moving things around. And now we're at 47.44, so it's kind of going back up there again, trying to see what it can do. I'm trying to turn this red so it'll be easier to see, but that doesn't seem to be working. I don't know what you are. Oh, that's a Fibonacci line? How'd you get there? Alrighty. So if we were looking here for your trade, I don't know if you put this early. Yeah, you want to adjust, Sizzling. You want to take away 40 from each of his numbers. Okay, probability out of the money at 47.25 is now in the 80s. It was in the 70s when we looked before. 47.30. I probably still would stay in this zone though. 47.20, 25. I'd probably still stay in that zone. Now, the reason we talked yesterday, I said, if you're going to enter SPX, if you're entering SPX in the morning, like now, 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock, the plan should be to put on your PDT hack. You don't want the stress of riding SPX all day as a seller. We got 4, 5, 6 more hours, 6, 5, 4, 5.5 hours. You don't want 5.5 hours of the stress that SPX will put you under if you don't have, either you getting far enough away where you're safe, and even then sometimes it's not safe, or you need to use a PDT hack that will lock in your profits, right? I'm definitely not suggesting that anybody enter a sell trade on SPX this time of morning and just plan to ride it out without some support, because SPX can turn on you, and then you holding the bag wondering what happened, right? So you definitely want to have your PDT hack. And if you don't know how to do the PDT hack, please go over to the website and grab it. The few videos I have on YouTube about it too, they don't go into as much detail as the resource, but definitely, you want to. Well, we're all for safety here as sellers. So let's shift over to. It still doesn't seem to be able to pull out of the gate though. Too good. I see we're at 47.43 again. But let's go. I'm gonna change just to show the steps. I'll probably go with 2025 still in here. 47.20, 25. Put credit spread. You're gonna collect $70, but you're going to leverage the other 430. You're going to collect 70, but you're going to leverage the other 430. Then you look to the other side, decide what you're doing as far as your strike goes. Well, that one hadn't picked up yet, or it just did. $70 straight across. $70 of profits mean 430 of loss. We want to maybe take $40, $50, 430, that's 470. Doop. That will give us $40 for the other side. Put the order in, let it work. Working day and night. Let's go look at XSP. If you want to do a smaller buddy, now XSP, it's moving along with SPX, but where SPX has to move 10 points, XSP is only moving 1 point. Yep. Janae says, I do wait till later in the day. A lot of people do. That's why the strategy I have includes morning, includes noontime, includes afternoon, right? There's different times you can enter SPX, and there's different, kind of criteria you want to look at for those. Okay. You're welcome, Sizzling. Looking at XSP, we've got our lower number here would be what? 473. Probably we looked at 47.25. 473. Here's some support down here at 472. So let's go look and see. 472 or 473. Looking at the date today, make sure you're careful with your dates. There's been people who picked the wrong. They thought they were picking today and they were picking tomorrow. Tomorrow make the whole thing run different. You want to be careful with making sure you pick the right date. 473 has 76% probability out of the money, and 472 is 88. What you'll see is there's also a difference in the money. There's a difference in the money because you're 10% of it, right? So 471, 472 is paying $5 or $6. 472, 473 is paying $15. This is still more than the 75% as we talked about, but you also want to be mindful. You can use PDT hack on SP as well. Let me clarify something. The PDT hack is one that will be used on, it needs to be used on a cash settled equity. It's not to be used on something with shares. Okay, I don't know if we talked about that, but you'll see that if you were to get the resource, you'll see I do mention that. It needs to be used on a cash settled equity. SPX, XSP, RUT. I think DJIA might have one. We use it on SPX and XSP. It needs to be cash settled because you don't want to end up with the automatic breach and you have to go through all the stuff with the shares. You don't want all that assignments and all that. That's why we use cash settled. 0 DTE on cash settled is the way to do it. Like, so don't use it on SPY. Don't use it on SPY. I showed here that my PDT hack picked up on SPX. It's because we're in the sim. Y'all know the sim is gracious. The sim is a little gracious to you. We're at 47, 42. Looks like, yeah, that PDT hack wouldn't have picked up in real life that fast. Nope, it would not. Okay. Here we go. I've got some other things I want to share as we wind up our call. In our community, every day we do, at the end of the trading, we do a declaration. And I'm bringing our declaration to the YouTube. I'm bringing it to the YouTube. I did edit it just a bit, but I'm bringing it to the YouTube. Poo, poo, poo. As we wrap up our trading time together this morning, let's do our declaration. E2T's Traders Declaration is a declaration you can use for yourself too. If you're in this space, you can use or edit it to where it suits your life. Okay, but we're not. It's all right if you borrow. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account is growing more and more each week. I am a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level-headed trader who does not trade my emotions, right? And after we do our declaration, then we do the prayer. Our prayer says, Lord, it is you who gives us the power to get wealth. Deuteronomy 8:18. You teach our hands to war with the purpose of establishing your kingdom. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically in order to fulfill this purpose. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, that's what we're doing in here in this space. Remember, in our community, we do two things. After you subscribe to the channel, for sure. Yes. Okay, we're supposed to be going away. Oh, remove. There we go. I wanted to just have me. We do two things in our community. We stay green and we get this money. All righty. I will see you all in the market. If you're looking for me, I'm in all the places. Send me a message. Send me a shout out and a hello. Hallelujah. All right. We'll talk later. All right. Goodbye, everyone. See you in the morning or see you in the market. Either place.